The UFC dropped some major fight announcements over this past weekend, and I'm going to be going through some of them and some that have been announced previously, and also one that's rumored that might be a little interesting to most of y'all. So, starting off with my GOAT, my king, Joshua Van versus Tatsuro Taira, April 11th in Miami. Now. I really wanted this to be in Japan for obvious reasons. Two Asian champions. Tatsuro Taira is Japanese, and they really want to tap into that Japanese market. So I don't really understand why this is taking place in fucking Miami. But I'm happy this fight was made. It was either this or Van versus Cop. Um, but that would have been a more interesting fight to be honest. But these guys are both born in the 2000s, the youngest championship fight ever, which is crazy because it makes me feel like a failure, to be honest. But for my early prediction, I think Joshua Van is going to beat the hell out of Tatsuro Taira. I think it's gonna be another version of the Brandon Royval fight, except I don't think it's gonna be as competitive. And I think Tatsuro Taira is like a 3-1 favorite right now, which is fucking crazy to me. Like, how is he a 3-1 favorite? Even if the odds have shifted a little bit and he's a 2-1 favorite, how is he a favorite at all? Like, people think because of the way Joshua Van won the belt that he's not championship caliber. Like, come on, this is Joshua Van we're talking about. This is Chief Keef Van we're talking about. Joshua Van's got this in the bag, man. And for the future, I think this is gonna be really good for Joshua Van's future. Once he gets his victory, once he's able to really cement himself as the champion, hopefully Pantoja comes back after that. And then we have Van versus Pantoja, and this also leaves Manel Kopp in a weird position. I guess he's gonna take on the winner of Moreno versus Kavanaugh. So, a weird spot for Manel Kopp, but Joshua Van versus Tatsuro Taira, big news. I think this is gonna be the co-main event. There have been rumors about Yuri Prohaska versus Hamzat Chimaev. I'll just let you guys know now that shit is not gonna happen. I have no insider sources, right? But I'm just gonna take a hunch. That shit's not gonna happen. I believe Dana White said something in the post-fight press conference on the Strickland Hernandez card. I think he said he wanted Chimaev to defend his middleweight belt anyway, so it's kind of confirmation that that's not gonna happen. Hopefully, that main event, if it is for the vacant title, is Carlos Ulberg versus Yuri Prohaska. But yeah, honestly, in my opinion, this could be the main event. But I understand for the casual audience, most people don't really care about flyweights. So, co-main event it is. On to the next fight. The Buck versus Brady. Now, this is weird. This is weird for me. Because, first of all, why the hell is this in the Apex? Like, this is a great fight. And I understand both coming off of pretty bad losses. Joaquin Buckley couldn't get past an old Kamaru Usman, which is still very good, by the way. And he got out grappled in that fight. And Sean Brady expected to beat Michael Morales, in my opinion. I picked him to beat Michael Morales, got starched in a round. So it's weird because obviously the grappling deficiencies of Joaquin Buckley showed in his last fight, and the striking deficiencies for Sean Brady showed in his last fight. So they're kind of each other's weakness, which is very interesting to me. I still do think Sean Brady's kind of a weird size for this division. Like, I'm not gonna say he's small because weight wise he's not small, but he's just very compact for the division. I guess Joaquin Buckley is too, but I feel like he's more filled out, and he's more used to fighting these bigger guys. I say used to, like Sean Brady hasn't been a welterweight forever. But I think this is a great fight. I don't know about Sean Brady's chin. You are the only person to get TKO'd by Bilal Muhammad in the UFC, which Bilal, I believe, is a very underrated boxer, but I'm not saying he has power, right? So if you're getting TKO'd by him and then you're getting starched by Michael Morales in a minute, I'm kind of inclined to believe Joaquin Buckley, who I still think is very good, can chin you. But there's also that side of the coin where Sean Brady absolutely demolished Leon Edwards and submitted him. And I kind of am inclined to believe Leon Edwards is a stronger grappler than Joaquin Buckley. But you never know. You never know. This is why MMA math does not work. And for my early prediction, for my early prediction, I think Joaquin Buckley's gonna catch him. I think he's gonna catch him. I think he's gonna force him down to lightweight, and it's gonna be a rough path for either guy if they lose. They already have a loss on their record in their prior fight. So to see both of these guys go on a streak, I don't want to see it happen. So to see either of these guys go on a losing streak is gonna be kind of rough, but someone's got to lose, and it might be Sean Brady. Up next, Renato Moicano versus Chris Duncan. Now, when this was first announced on the Strickland Hernandez card, I saw a clip of Renato Moicano streaming. He hasn't even signed the contract. He knew about the fight, but he did not know it was confirmed. Kind of crazy that they announce fights without having them finalized. But yeah, Moicano versus Duncan. This is a great fight. Crazy fight. It's gonna be a crazy fight. Chris Duncan. I don't honestly, I don't know how he's gotten this far. I picked him in his last few fights. I still don't understand how he's gotten this far. And I think Moicano, man, it just depends. It just depends. Moicano's made a lot of money recently, especially after the Islam fight. A fight like that where you just get completely dominated, have nothing for your opponent. That's one of those fights that kind of can test your mentality a little bit, right? So I'm hoping Renato Moicano is still in it, still has that motivation, because I do think he's really good. But Chris Duncan, man, he's been on a roll. That guy's tough. But I think Renato Moicano is gonna be able to get this one done. I think he'll get him to the ground, or at the very least, get dominant position off of a scramble and land big damage and end up getting a decision win. 5 rounds. Oh my goodness, this is a main event? Oh my gosh. No way this is a main event of any card. Hell no. Okay, so this is a main event. This is 5 rounds. What the hell? Alright. Renato Moicano, 4th round submission. Fuck it. Alright. Man, that is crazy. I didn't even realize that. I thought this was three rounds the whole time. So I'm thinking, all right, I'm excited about this fight. This is a solid fight for a fight night card. No, this is a main event. Renato Moicano, Chris Duncan. Main event, UFC Meta Apex. Whatever, bro. On to the next fight. Brandon Moreno versus Lonair Kavanaugh. Now, I think this is a great fight, but there are a few problems with it. First of all, Lonair Kavanaugh just got slept by Charles Johnson, who just got slept by, who was it? Alex Perez. And he's jumping up to fight Brandon Moreno. I don't know. I don't know about that, y'all. Hey, that's just me. But I do believe he has the skills to compete with Brandon Moreno, and I don't believe Brandon Moreno has that one-punch power that can really put Kavanaugh down like Charles Johnson can. And you know, hey, he's taking the Joshua Van pathway. That's what we're seeing. We're seeing the Joshua Van pathway in full effect. And Lonair Kavanaugh has the chance to jump up to the top and be one away from a title shot. If he wins this, and then he fights Manel Kopp, he's at that title. But I do think Brandon Moreno is going to get the decision win. I think he's going to piece him up, mix in the grappling, just show his experience in full form. So yeah, I think it's going to be a rough night for Kavanaugh. And I don't want to see a guy like this young, take a lot of damage and be on a losing streak. But Brandon Moreno's still that guy, man. He really is. On to the rumored fight. Man. Conor McGregor versus Carlos Prates. Conor McGregor tweeted that he was fighting a nobody. And obviously to us, Carlos Prates is not a nobody. but it's not going to be that star-studded fighter that we would usually see Conor in the ring with. So this is a fight that's been floating around. No way in hell Conor is taking that fight. Let's be for real. Like I'm not saying Conor doesn't want to take tough fights or whatever, but this just makes no sense. Carlos Prates is one away from a title shot. Should be against Michael Morales. Conor McGregor is not winning this fight either. Like, no way. Especially after a layoff. Like, we saw him take a Donald Cerrone fight after one of his layoffs. He wants to come back. And this time, when he's older, he wants to fight Carlos Prates. No, man. No, he's gonna. If this actually happened, he would get slept in the first round. But this is not gonna happen. This is not gonna happen. I think it's bullshit. There's been a lot of bullshit rumors recently. It's kind of diluted the MMA Twitter space. But yeah, I just thought I'd throw this in for shits and giggles. These are the recent fight announcements, and those are my early predictions. And I'll see y'all later. Peace.